I was so close. I was so close to like starting with the perfect intro, and then I hit the wrong button. But welcome everybody. It is 2 p.m. on the nose, and it is Thursday, April 2nd. It looks like Fools came and went. Turns out we were the fools, because this isn't a bad dream, more like a flippin' nightmare, and we're all waking up to it. But maybe, just maybe, we can figure out and continue to figure out how to heal, how to inspire, how to vent, because I think venting is okay. It's okay. I vent in some places and channels, and in others I don't. But it's all part of the transformative power of connection. And today we're going to talk about music, the transformative power of music to heal, and also to unite us and bring us all together. As always, we start off with a couple of things like the numbers. I think it's important. It's always the sobering reminder right now that the world is ailing, and the world is in pain right now. We are approaching 1 million active cases globally, and you can see kind of where we were yesterday, today, 100,000 increases in just one day. All these milestones, some bad, 50,000 deaths, and some good in terms of 204,000 that are now part of the recovered. In the US, which is I think now safe to say the epicenter of this disease, this global pandemic, 225,000, a quarter of a million people, active cases, another now 1,200 deaths in the past 24 hours. And if there's something to kind of hold on to, it's going to be the fact that, the recovered, there are 8,826 members of this beautiful group, this group that hopefully will prove to be immune, that will hopefully be able to contribute to this workforce. So I want to say a couple of hellos. Here we go again, says Bob Farnham. You're right, here we go again. And we've got Joey Dumont saying hello. We got David Kaplan saying hello as well. It's always good to have you guys on the show. So, yesterday we had some technical glitches, unfortunately, and Trevor wasn't able to join us. He is with us today, and so I'm sorry. I'm just hearing that there's been another technical glitch. Turns out he's too busy counting his ceiling tiles. He's not going to be able to join us today. In fact, my nephew Daniel Stone in South Africa has created a new hashtag for us. Where is Trevor? Where is Trevor? 2 days in a row, he hasn't made it. I thought he was punctual. I thought he was with the program. Trevor, are you there? Are you okay? Are you listening? If anybody knows where he is, Trevor, come back. We want you. We need you. We miss you. We need you on this show so badly. Okay, a couple of other things. My cap. Today, WashU Dad, the proud father of a WashU freshman. My daughter, of course, is not on campus anymore. She's not in St. Louis. She's here with us. Incredible to think of how many lives have been changed. Her sorority life, it's unbelievable. And for every freshman, there's a senior that's not going to graduate or will graduate in a very, very different way. And so we think about them all the time. We think about all people who've been affected in some way, shape, or form. What else can I tell you today? Well, first of all, I wrote, my article, Rosie the Recovered, was featured on Michael Smakonish's site today. And from what I've been led to believe, he gave me a little shout out on his Sirius XM radio show as well. I really think he is truly a refreshing, independent political mind, and I always enjoy his stuff. So I wanted to share that with you guys as well. Birthdays. You'll never celebrate alone. That's a little shout out to all my Liverpool friends and fans out there. Well, not my fans. I think they like me very much. But, John, Jan, it's your birthday. Emily Steele, I first met her when she was a reporter at the Wall Street Journal. Dana Nachman, an amazing documentarian out there. And to Cara Robinson, she's actually one of my students. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday to Cara. I'm busy teaching her right now as part of West Virginia University's Reed College of Media. And then little Levi Kaplan. Levi's celebrating his 7th birthday today. Of course, all these people, kids, adults, celebrating birthdays in ways that they never, or we never expected they would. And from what his dad tells me, he's taken it like a man. But I figure because today's about music, I should be doing some singing. So I want to sing happy birthday to Levi and everybody else. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Salvatore, Lindana, Emily, Tom, John, Blagika, if I got it pronounced correctly, Anna Takara, and Levi Kaplan. Happy birthday to you. So this is all about singing and songs and music and maybe not taking yourself too seriously. So Andy Porteous, who was, he's an old client of mine. That doesn't mean he's an old person, but he's an old client of mine. Andy posted this on his Facebook profile last night. That basically says whatever song was #1 on your 12th birthday is your quarantine theme song. So it was about 2:30 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I couldn't sleep for whatever reason, and I'm, you know, not sure why, but this has been happening to me a lot of late. That I can't sleep at night, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know why it's happening. Maybe it's the red wine. I don't normally drink at night. It's not something that I know JR did it, JR Ewing, as part of Dallas, which as a kid I was thinking, can't wait to do that. I drink socially, and I'm quite social, which means I drink a lot. But I don't normally drink at night, but it's become part of my little quarantine routine. And I think red wine's not really agreeing with me. What did happen is that early at about 2:30, I knew I couldn't sleep, and I came upstairs and I wrote an entire article, which I'm going to publish on Monday. I was just inspired to write that article, and that's when I saw Andy's posting. Now, I went and immediately looked at what the #1 song would have been when I was 12 years old, and it turns out. So I had to go and look around, and I think I ended up in the UK. So I guess we'll reveal that in a moment. There's a link, by the way, for you if you want to go and determine what was the #1 song on your 12th birthday. So there were a whole bunch of songs that I missed. In Canada, it was Lionel Richie's Truly. Let me sing a line from each of these songs for you because I'm a sucker for punishment. Here goes. Because I'm truly in love with you, girl. In Australia, it was Pass the Dutchie, right? Pass the Dutchie, bunny left hand side, it's gonna burn. Actually, I thought it was by Musical Youth. I actually was saying until this morning, Itagawa, imini music, make me jump. Anyway, in the US, it was Man Eater by Hall & Oates. And I remember this song so well as a kid. It's one of the first songs that I really remember, especially when kind of video came out. And you all know how it goes, right? Whoa, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Whoa, here she comes. She's a man eater. And then finally, in Germany, Culture Club, right? Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? But somehow the song that I picked was #1 in the UK, a song that I'd never heard of before by Rene and Renato called Save Your Love. And, you know, I guess I better sing some of it. Let's see if I can do this for you. Save your love, my darling. Save your love for summer nights with moon and stars above. Okay, I'm not going to finish it, but it would go, serenade I long to sing you, the reddest rose I always bring you. Save your love for Roma and for me. So there you go, guys. Completely embarrassed myself. I get it. It's okay. We can't take ourselves too seriously, can we? Let me see all the abuse in terms of comments. We've got, of course, Bob, who's still giving me a tough time. How do I mute this thing? You can't, buddy. And we've got Wendy, who said, mine is Georgie Girl, a Ruby Tuesday. Are you going to sing it? Are you going to sing it? I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you had to say. So thank you for a couple of the comments coming in. Jeff Wallman, is basically saying, disconnected to this whole thing about singing, he's saying that friends of his are going to have a visual Zoom wedding on Saturday. Yeah, absolutely. I saw a virtual birthday. I saw a virtual bar mitzvah. People are just getting on with it. And I think that is the most important thing as well. And by the way, here is Michelle Mayer, and I'm not sure whether this is Michael Mayer, my buddy from my childhood, one of my childhood best friends. He just said, if Munir Noah doesn't wish my wife a happy 20th anniversary, I will be very unhappy. Well, I'm waiting for him to come on the show, and if he does, maybe, just maybe, he's going to wish you happy birthday as well. And Mark Morris, he is the king of the abbreviated happy birthday. So he's wishing Levi happy birthday as well. So managing your comments, bit of a challenge today, but hopefully you guys are enjoying this little bit of interaction. So we're going to move into the other part of today, which is I wasn't meant to actually have a guest on. I'm trying to do that every other day. But these are two people that are in my life or have come into my life in some way, shape, or form. And, I wanted to kind of mention, right? Remember the other day I said something very cool is happening right now. I ended up being a part of two different parties of DJs, amateur, professional, spinning tracks, mixing songs together. And I showed you a video clip from Jonathan Scorch Marshall. Well, last night he had another of his parties, but he ended up getting bounced out. And you can see on your screen right now that because of content infringement or copyright infringement, unfortunately, he kind of got bounced. So I thought instead of kind of, going on a bit of a tear and raging against the machine, I would actually bring him onto the show. So let's see if that worked. Hello, Jonathan. Welcome.
How are you doing, Joseph? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Well, I'm gonna, in order for us to have a conversation about the healing and spiritual and powerful, benefits of music, let's take the banner of all the deaths off the screen. Jonathan, the first thing that I wanted to actually ask you, and it's kind of a weird question, but I was like, how do we even know each other? I know you're one of my Facebook friends, but I don't remember you. So how do we know each other?
Just mostly from Facebook and then also Instagram, where I started following you. I'd heard about you from a few of my friends that in the ad tech community, and years ago, 15, maybe more years ago. And I started following your stuff because I like your sense of humor and your point of view, and just random now that with the virus shutdown, you were lurking on Facebook and ran across what I was doing and thought digging the vibe. So that's really why I'm doing it, just to try to get people to get their mind to stop watching the news for a few minutes, hang out with their family or their wife or by themselves and just enjoy music, Yeah.
And it's funny, right? Because, I mentioned a few days ago, I have 5,000 Facebook friends. And so I didn't really know what happens afterwards. And there, and one of the most beautiful things has happened, right? Which is if somebody unfriends me for whatever reason, I know I'm doing something right. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see them go, because I've got 100 people waiting to be added. And it's like a very empowering thing right now, because, you know, without that number, I didn't even look at it. I didn't care about it. Now, even that one, you know, like, I'm not taking it personally. In fact, I take it personally in the best possible way, which is kind of like, you know, if you end up being all things to all people, right, you end up being nothing to nobody.
Exactly. It's an interesting that you say something like that, especially like for people that play music, whether they're in a band or a DJ, etc. You're not going to appeal to everybody. And so once you realize that, it gets a lot more fun, and you can really just focus on what, you know, what you think you should be doing and how you should be performing or what you should be playing for who you're hanging out with. You know, it makes it a lot simpler if you don't worry about the haters.
Exactly. So now, you know, you end up spinning tracks, and I just loved it because I'm like, I'm not really sure I know who he is, but he's a friend of mine. And I ended up like for about 15 or 20 minutes just hanging out. You have this weird little grin on your face, which I love. You interact with drinking a rum and coke, and you did this, and then you did it again, and then Facebook took you down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was because I have a friend of mine who his daughter was in Canada and she wanted to be able to view, and so I put it on public. And when I had it on private, it worked. So if you want to keep your listening just to your friends, that works. But I think I'm gonna have to end up moving over to Zoom video in a few days.
Yeah.
Just so it's easier and
So,
no trauma.
yeah. So basically, I mean, I was thinking, I know people at Facebook. Should I go and advocate on your behalf, especially during this time? It doesn't feel like a stretch for us to be able to relax some of these kind of, you know, corporate strangleholds
Yeah,
on copyright, right?
I'd completely agree, especially during these times, and they can switch back. I understand why they have those rules. You know, I was in a DJ for years and years, and you know, paid my record pool dues to the record labels, and then a club owner, so I paid my dues to ASCAP and BMI, etc. But you know, we're not here trying to make money off stuff like this. There's thousands of DJs across the country doing their thing, a lot younger than me, playing a lot newer, fresher, you know, new exciting music, up to guys that are a lot older than me that are sharing stuff from the old days, which is what I'm trying to do. And all we're doing is sharing with our friends and trying to make a difference and make people happy. It gets our mind off off the news and what's going on, and makes people really kind of, all our friends too. I mean, all these people were telling me they're up in their living room dancing and, you know, having a cocktail, having a beer, you know, snacks. Everyone was just in a better mood afterwards both times. So I'm going to keep doing it.
Exactly. I was thinking, is their tagline, we put the S in ASCAP. I'm not really sure. But I think the final question I want to ask for you now, and then I'll try and bring you back at the end, is kind of, so what are you, you know, the whole idea here with, I mean, on a macro level, right? When life gives you lemons, you know, you make lemonade. So I think you mentioned maybe taking it seeing if it works private, or taking it to Zoom. What else are you thinking of doing in terms of keeping it going?
Just to keep it going, and if we put it up on Zoom, we can accommodate more people to check it out, so more people can share it that way. And if it takes off, you know, I'm willing to just to have it a couple times a week, and you know, you don't want to overdo anything that's good because it gets boring.
Right.
So you know, that would be the best thing. I'm not looking for any kind of, you know, pat on the back or any cash or trying to advertise and stuff like that. I just want to share good music that people don't hear on the radio ever. So that's what my main mission is.
Well, thank you, Jonathan. We'll see you back in a while, in a short while, I should say. Now, for all of you guys, if you have any questions for Jonathan, you can put them in the comments. We'll see if we can get to them. But otherwise, of course, the whole idea is afterwards, Jonathan's going to join us on Zoom, and you can interact with him as well. And one of the advantages of doing this on Zoom, of him doing this on Zoom, is the fact that you can actually have 20, 30, 40, 50 people at the same time. And that's kind of pretty cool too, as well. All right, now we have another guest. So I'm going to bring on my buddy, Mark Morris. Mark,
hey, Joe.
How's it going, man?
Going good, Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. So now Mark is he is a music producer. He is, we call him the original tune spotter, a little bit of an inside baseball comment. Mark, chances are some of the best and most well-known jingles, original jingles, and a lot of the music that you see behind a commercial on television, there is an art to being able to match the brand and the message with a piece of music. And that's what Mark does. But Mark, you're not here talking about that, right? You're talking about something else. So why don't you kind of set that up?
Yes, I'm a music supervisor. I probably know a lot of you on here anyway. And I put songs in commercials, mainly commercials, TV shows and films, Fashion Week. And I used to do original jingles. Now I do songs, actual songs that exist already. It's called music supervision, licensing. So I took that knowledge and that experience and knowing how music unifies people and heals people. And, that's what I've been doing for 20 odd years. And I've had a song from about 15 years ago that when this coronavirus came along and we're all in this together was the message that pretty much everyone was signing off on across all the media. You were, Joe, too. I thought I've got the perfect song for this. That could be the anthem of the coronavirus. It's not the song from High School Musical, we're all in this together. It's actually a better song, but fewer people know it. And so what I did was I sent out a video to a bunch of people around the world that I knew, and I did it on TikTok, and I said, just sing along to this song and let's see what we can do with it. And I got a bunch of submissions back, cut it together, and want to use this as a springboard to sort of see if we can, no one's doing it around the world now, to actually get as many people singing the same song at the same time across TikTok and maybe other platforms as well.
So should I play it?
Sure.
Can I play it?
Sure.
All right, let's do that.
Woke up this morning, I suddenly realized we're all in this together. I started smiling, 'cause you were smiling, and we're all in this together. We are all in this together. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. We are all in this together. We are all in this together. We're all in this together. We are all in this together. We are all in this together.
That's awesome, Mark. I love it. And talk about what happens now.
So
what are you
now
going to do with
I'd love to get a lot of your guys' feedback as well, because the real idea is to get it across TikTok. It's the biggest platform in the world right now. Everyone's responding to other people's videos, doing their own versions of dances, but mainly these days it's dances. What we want to do is we want people to be lip syncing the same song. So you can either respond to the video, you can do a duet with the video, you can do your own video, you can actually do your own recording of the song if you want. And let's just see what we can do. Is getting it around the world. It's never been done before on this scale. I think it's the perfect song for it. Obviously, we want to tap into TikTok influencers who can really spread the word, but starting small and see what we can do from there.
I love it. And, there are a couple of links as well. I'm putting one up on the screen right now. And I guess it's an opportunity to connect with Mark. But Mark, you're also going to jump onto the little Zoom with us, right?
Yeah.
And so if you guys have ideas in terms of how to help this idea take flight, spread, the good kind of spread, because, Victor Hugo once said, there is nothing as powerful as an idea whose time has come. And I think this whole message, we're all in this together, is the official hashtag of this virus, whether, we like it or not. But there's something really kind of cool about it. So what I'm actually going to do right now, we've got about 5 or 6 minutes left. I've never done this before.
Oh,
so cool. Now I have 3 people. We got Scorch, we got Mark, DJ Mark 7, and myself. It works. It's unbelievable. I love this format as well. Guys, I'm going to ask you a question, and then if anyone has comments for you, I'll see if I can put them onto the screen. Today's theme was all about the incredible healing power and unification, uniting power of music. You guys are involved in music. It's a part of your life. Everyone's involved in it. I'd like you guys just to talk a little bit about what music means to you and how you believe music has the power to help us heal and get through this awful period in our history.
Want to go first?
Go for it.
Yeah, so I did something about 24 years ago, 1996, when when Mandela was president and there was a new constitution being written, and I did a song for the constitution in South Africa, which we performed for Mandela. It was a massive thing. And what we did was we got the radios to play it at the same time, every radio station across Africa. That's all that was played. And it was amazing that how one song literally, crossed the continent. And I was interviewed on the radio because of it. And the whole thing there was unity. And it really had the whole continent singing one song, one voice. So I think it has more power to heal than anything else, any other medium that we know of, more than film and anything.
Nice. I like what you're doing a lot, Mark. Your project's really cool. And
Thanks,
to
man.
share, I would say, anybody who's watching this and myself and included, I'll start sharing what you're doing, and hopefully a lot of my friends will do the same and their friends do the same, because it's super fun and it's meaningful and it's something that's going to last. It's on the internet, so it's fun for people to look back years to come. So good job.
I hope everyone's at home at the moment.
Yeah, but music, what it means to me, it means a lot. I mean, it forms a lot of things that made my kids think, and how they deal with music and what they like or don't like. I was a DJ for many years, and so I had the opportunity and to influence Orange County, California, during the 80s and 90s, and I have lots of friends from those days that I still keep in touch with. And, I've have friends that met their wives at places where I was playing records. And it's nice to have music around in your car or anywhere. So music is good, I think, always.
Well, Josh Brenner said, I've been listening to DJ Mark 7 on SoundCloud. Unbelievable mixes. Yeah, Mark, you have created some great mixes, and Scorch, you continue to create mixes. What I'll do is, whatever you decide, Jonathan, in terms of how you want to, which platform or medium you choose to use, I'll be sure to share that with this audience and with all of my social media audiences.
I really appreciate that. That'd be fantastic. No, I appreciate it. And I think I'm going to probably end up going to Zoom, because just the basic Zoom, I can get up to 500 people. So, it could be, the more people to watch, it's almost like a club. If you DJ with an empty club, you don't get that into it, but there's a lot of people there, you get more into it. Raises the level for everybody.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So guys, we have a few minutes left, and I want to just ask you guys one more question. I was just trying to hear what's going on in the background and whose background it is. But it's okay. We know who it is by his smile. But this is also, I was thinking about, as I do this, today I brought a little bit of music into it. I try to, introduce the little intro stinger for the show as well.
You sang really well.
Thank you. But it's also part of this idea of, like, as much of a format and structure, as there is, there's also, the fact that we've got the ability to customize and make it our own. And I like that too. So guys, we have about 90 seconds or so left. I always end with this question. It doesn't matter whether you are an expert, whether you're Trevor Noah, celebrity, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we all have a point of view and we all have something to share. And so I would ask you this question, which is, what advice would you give right now to other people that are struggling, that are going through the tough times as well, whether it's related to music or just personal? Every opinion and every point of view counts. So I'd like to give you guys the final word.
I would say reach out to somebody you haven't reached out to in a while, either by phone or by Facebook or whatever. Talk about old times. Reach out to someone you went to school with, or someone you lived nearby, or you're friends with at certain points that you might have, catch up and reach out and change someone's day for sure. That's simple. What
about you, Mark?
Yeah, I'd say there's probably three things that I've taken out of this, or gotten out of this. One is exactly what he said, reach out. I found myself reaching out to people I haven't in many years, being way more social in that way, because I think you've got more time. The other one is to do something different while you're here. Do something with passion. You've got all the time to try something. I've been doing that now. Whenever we say we don't have time for anything, now we've got all the time in the world. So whatever you wanted to do till now, just do it. And the third thing is enjoy your family, enjoy who you're with. you know, because we're not going to really get this time again to literally spend so much time with each other 24/7. So instead of making it a pain in the ass, enjoy it.
Well, thank you guys. They are going to join. They're going to join me now on the Zoom. If you guys would like to come and be part of the after show, we would love to have you. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care and be safe. Goodbye.